I lost my parents when I was 15 years old. Uh, by then I was in Joro Boys. I had just joined form. I was in Form 1, and that was the beginning of my troubles in terms of my academic life, because there was no consistency. I used to be, I used to drop out of school, and I was in and out of school most of the time because of school fees related issues, and also for lack of upkeep. After my mom passed on, so he was the one in charge of running the hotel. Unfortunately, because of expansion and some changes at the county offices, by then it was the local government, the hotel had to be brought down. And that's how I found myself at the stage. And I started as a makanga, the tout. Uh, Later on, I graduated to be a conductor. Then later, I became a driver. Um, I have around 12 years of experience driving motor vehicles. And to me, I've never felt disadvantaged by the fact that I drive motor vehicles. In fact, when I was doing my undergraduate at Kabarak University, I used to go whenever I had classes. I'd go to class, and when I'm when my schedule was not tight, I'd find myself at the stage. We used to call it squad. I used to go for a squad so that I can get something for a living. Yeah. In 2004, I did my KCP. Then I joined Joro Boys. When I joined Joro Boys, that's when my mom passed on. And that's how I found myself at the bus stop. I went to a school within Baringo County, and I found a principal. And the principal was he was very inquisitive about my whereabouts since 2008 until 2011. And I told him he was a man. I told him that for that period I was working as a tout at the stage, Mogoti bus stop. And he told me point blank that I will not offer you an opportunity at this school. Reason being that people who have worked at the stage, most of them are drug abusers, most of them use vulgar languages, most of them will come and incite students and maybe even burn the school. And it was so demoralizing because that was not the kind of person. I was looking for a second chance, and that chance he denied me. I came back to Mrs. Chemirmir at the school, Kiram Academy, and I told her about what had happened. And Mrs. Chemirmir, I think she saw my demeanor, and she felt like she should intervene. So she called principal of a school called Kabimoy High School. The principal by then was Mr. Chelule, Daniel Chelule. And I'll be forever indebted to Mr. Chelule for the opportunity that he gave me, because he gave me the second chance. After my graduation, after my LLB, I had to work as a driver. Mogotio, Nakuru, Eldamaravin, Nakuru. I used to drive Kabarnet, Nakuru. Those were the routes that I used to ply. And in 2020, I wanted to join the Kenya School of Law. And I had done I had saved around 20,000. And out of boldness, I just woke up one day, did my application to the Kenya School of Law, and I went and met the principal there, Mr. Henry Mutai. And we had a lengthy discussion. I told him that this is the amount of money I want to do my advocacy training program. Unfortunately, I don't have the money. And he told me that the minimum requirement that is by the school, by the minimum requirement as per the regulation of the school, was around 80,000. So you see the deficit. I had a deficit of around 60,000. So he encouraged me. He told me that they were in a discussion, they were in a talk with the HELB, Higher Education Loans Board, And he told me that just defer, and probably by next year we'll our talks with the help would have come to fruition. I must say that whatever he promised me came to fruition. In 2021, I reverted back to being a driver after the deferral. I deferred the Kenya School of Law, and I went back to be a driver. It took me 10 years since I joined my LLB until I graduated this year as an advocate of the High Court of Kenya.
Under normal circumstances, how many years does it take?
Okay, on a normal circumstance, you see, when I joined Kabarak, we used to have tri-semesters, crash program. So most of my colleagues, within 2.5 years, someone was through with his LLB. But for my case, you see, it took me like from 2013 to 2019, deferring severally because of lack of school fees. So for me, it was a long journey, but you see, I did not lose focus. I think I just stayed very focused. My main goal was to attain what I wanted, to be an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. And I'm really, really happy because I've seen the fruits of perseverance. I've seen the fruits of being resilient in this life. And nothing comes easily in this life. I think I would really like to challenge my fellow youths and tell them that each and every time you find yourself in a situation that may not be very, very friendly, maybe you may be learned, because I know most of my colleagues who have done their undergraduate, some people have done their CPA up to the level of CPAK, but they do the menial job. So you should just be flexible. Every time you find yourself with lemon, just make lemonade. Do not have a fixed or a rigid life. So many people, I was disappointed the other day. I found I read in the social media that a young guy had committed suicide because he had not been employed despite the fact that he had a first class. So you see, if that kind of person had a motivation like that of mine, just do the menial job as you wait for your success. So it will just come one day, one time. It will just come. As we speak right now in the current situation that we are and the current economy, so many youths are dead from the inside. They don't have the hope. Nobody is inspiring them. I'd really like them to find an inspiration out of my story. Like there are so many people who feel like they may be thinking that they are going through hell, but people have gone through hell. Yes, we have gone. I think we have gone to hell and back. It has been tough. You can imagine at 15 years old, you have no parent. There's no one. There's no one to take care of of your daily upkeep. No one to feed you. And you see, I was still a minor, and I still survived. You see, I had to work on whatever I had by then, and here I am right now. I'm really, really grateful to God. For me, my fellow colleagues at the bus stop, at the stage, they are very happy. They are really celebrating me. They are celebrating more than me because I'm just. They feel like I'm representing them on by the fact that they have from the stage that has had a bad reputation. You see, for many people, they don't view the stage as a place that can bring out good things. The stage has bright people. The stage has disciplined people. I wish people can just change their perception of viewing the stage. The stage for a very long time has had you see, like I had narrated earlier, I was denied a chance at one of the schools that I had gone to apply because of the fact it's like a stigma. Yeah, you're being branded. People who work at the stage are drug abusers. Not all people are drug abusers. Some people just go there to find a way of to find a living. To me, this is a celebration of its kind. I've never celebrated anything, even the small things that people celebrate like birthdays. So to me, it is a celebration. I have to celebrate myself, and I also want to celebrate my community members, and also to celebrate God. I think that I should have started with God to celebrate the work of God. I wish people can view the work of God inside me, because to me, I am not a hero. It's God. It's the manifestation of God's uh, presence in my life that I've had the strength to wade through this tough wall. And